For more on this development within the police force, let's bring in security consultant Seyi Adetayo. Mr. Adetayo, how exactly did you receive the news of Egbetokun's resignation as IGP, and what would he be remembered for?
Okay, I think it was misfeelings in the sense that he's a fantastic officer, and is one IGP that you can say that is representative. You know, we've had in the history of the Nigerian police force, we've had IGP that those of us in the security industry that we are ashamed to say this is the Nigerian Police Inspector General. But I think the immediate past IGP represents that generation of officers that we can be proud of to say, yes, this is an Inspector General of Police. So I must say that he has represented that office very well, and he has discharged his duty very well. He was accessible, and compared to relationship that we've had with previous IGP. So it was a shock. But the fact that the person coming to replace him was what actually elevated the shock.
All right, and talking about the person stepping in now in acting capacity, AIG Olatunji Disu, would you say this is a case of a round peg in a round hole, and what attributes would you say stand the new AIG out, and how do you hope to bring them to bear in discharging his duties?
Okay, let me just say it in plain language. This is the best appointment so far in the history of the Nigerian police force when we talk about Inspector General of Police. This is not about you being in the police for years or having attained certain academic achievement, it's about having a police IGP that is also a community police officer. He's a community man. Going back to the records of Tunji Disu as commander of the RRS, commissioner of police in FCT, commissioner of police in River State, SAS commander, acting IGP Tunji Disu is a grassroots police officer. This is a man that will lead, or that's always been leading at the front. When something happens, I don't know, Disu as someone that will sit in the office and be given command. He will be there himself. He will lead his men to where it is happening. He will see things for himself and begin to give order right there at the spot. And at this time in the annals of this nation, this is the kind of Inspector General of Police that Nigeria needs. We've seen situations in Kwara State, Niger State, Kogi State. I think Nigeria should just belt up and just put on our belt and be prepared to see a new dimension in policing in Nigeria. And I can bet you that IGP Tunji Disu will be everywhere where things are happening, and he will be giving directive. This is not about hyping him. This is what we know him to be. I remember when there was issue in Abuja, and I actually called him on the phone, and he said I should see him immediately. I was with him. As I was telling him, he was jotting down those recommendations. And within 24 hours, I saw actions in FCT based on the advice that I gave him in the office. This is a man that is always willing to let. And so let me tell you something about him. He has this synergy with the corporate security community. And that is what most of the IGP lacked, except IGP Arase, that he's not only dealing with the people within the government security space, he's also dealing with the people within the corporate security space, so that integrating the knowledge of how we handle economic protection with community protection.
All right.
And I've seen him displaying that everywhere this man goes. And see, I told my friends, I said, you know what, let's just buckle our belts now. We're ready for a roller coaster in the Nigerian police, and something very good, a joyful roller coaster.
Security consultant Seyi Adetayo, thank you for sharing with us on TVC News at 7.